Hello, folks. Today is June 14th, 2024, and it happens to be a Friday. Definitely today, the Friday is very, very choppy. And this is the day when we could lose half of our gains that we made in the market. So, on this front, I thought today I wanted to make this video I wanted to share this video on what are the top 6 trading secrets that you need to know to have a successful trading career. So let's get started, folks. The first one is you got to match the method to your personality. What do I mean by that? Let me tell me about myself. I started when I started my trading career. I entered a day trading forum where they were using the 1 minute charts, and I was like, and it was buzzing with success. Like people were making tons of profits, but I was not at all comfortable in entering that trade. I sooner or later realized that I needed more time to make decisions, and I couldn't trade on such a shorter time frame. Okay, so I later realized that I was very comfortable in the daily charts and in the weekly charts. So and at the most I could use only the 10-minute charts. Okay, I was not at all comfortable with 1 minute charts and 5 minute charts. So why am I sharing this with you? Because because what I'm saying is, however good a methodology may be, if it doesn't suit your personality, it wouldn't work for you. Trading would work for you only when you're confident about the methodology that you're using. Okay, so it is very, very important to understand what kind of a person you are and what trading style suits you. Okay, so it is very imperative to spend enough time to understand understand who you are and what kind of personality suits you. So that's the first one, folks. The second one is persist with failure. Uh, Folks, we got to understand that failure is not predictive, and no one is born a perfect trader. Okay, so and if you give up, you wouldn't go through the learning curve required for you to succeed. This is in any of the efforts that you do in your life, right? So definitely take enough time to understand what kind of trading personality suits you and what are the trading lessons that you need to inculcate in your daily activities. Okay, so this is very, very critical, folks. Then the number 3 is risk first. A very good trader tells that focus on protecting what you have and don't focus on making money. Why this is very critical, folks? It is very, very critical because markets, if you have in the market for a certain time, you would have realized that market is very uncertainty, and you have to embrace the uncertainty, and you can't afford to lose all your capital. In fact, one of the great traders said that you live to trade one more day. So that should be the case. So what I'm saying is, you should always protect your capital, and you should do it by assessing your risk before you enter the trade. Okay, so that's very, very critical, folks. Okay, so the fourth one is cultivate patience. So one of our great traders, this is one of the quotes from one of the traders is, I make most of the money I made is not by my thinking, but by my sitting. So what do I mean by that? Think of trading patience is like hunting a prey. Cheetahs are very fast, but they wait for the ideal conditions to pounce on the prey. Similarly, if you are a trader, you would have two things that works for that you have to determine. One is your setups, and other is the system. So what do I mean by this? Setups are like the ideal conditions that are needed for you to enter a trade, and system is how do you manage the trade, how do you enter the trade, how do you exit the trade, and those kind of things, right? So and these things can be defined by your trading plan. uh, the trading plan and the system and setups are definitely for another video, and I have done other videos which I can share here. But what I meant by that is you need to, once you have this, so you have to wait for the ideal conditions to pounce that are as per your setups and the system. Okay. So trading patience means you have to endure boredom in between the trade, folks. And you have to let your desire to win every trade. Okay. So definitely that is one thing. And also, having goals will help you to be patient, because you can say, okay, this is the setup that I'll wait for your conditions, and I'll be patient enough to wait for those conditions to happen. Then that will help me to reach my goals. That's one thing. Then the fifth thing is remain flexible, folks. I wanted to give this recent example. When the SPY we were expecting on a Friday took a bearish stance. I took a bearish stance, and I was making good money on the trade. And I was thinking it was a Friday afternoon, and I was thinking that I should leave the trade. But market has its own way. Being end of the month, and after the hedge funds and the mutual funds have rebalanced the portfolio, the market took a U-turn and it became bullish. If I had not watched this and I had remained flexible, and I have stood on my stand that it is going to be bearish, I would have lost most of my portfolio. So it is very, very important to remain flexible and let go of your ego and understand that and be aligned with the market. Okay, this is very, very critical. And the last but not the least is, folks, controlling your emotions. So one thing, well, if you hear most of the traders, they say that focus on the process and not on the outcomes. What do we mean by that? We mean by that is follow your system and follow your setups and what you have for your setups, and don't focus on the outcome. So release your attachment to the outcome. Why I'm telling this? Once you are attached to the outcome of a trade, two emotions spring up, folks, which is fear and greed. When does the fear happen? The fear happens when the trade is going against you. So now, the setups may be still ideal, and you don't have the patience. Once the fear catches up, you may lose your patience to be in the trade, and you might come out of the trade very soon, and you might lose your money. The other emotion that comes out is the greed. When does this happen? When the conditions are not favorable for your system, but you still enter the trade thinking that I would make quick money and get out of this. So that is greed, folks. So never get attached to the outcome and focus on your system. So in a nutshell, folks, these are the 6 trading secrets that you can use to have a successful trading career. So keep your curiosity fresh and keep learning. Embrace uncertainty. Market has its own ways to do that. So always embrace uncertainty. Then accept risk. And then you know what? And release the attachment. So if you do these things, folks, market will itself will reveal the truths that you need to succeed. Okay, folks, that's all I have to share in this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.